Hi everyone, my name is Veronica Falkowski. I do want to start off by saying that I am sick, so I'm going to do my best to speak as clear and loud as possible for you guys. So for my last speech, I want to do an informative speech. 70% of adults in the U.S. experience some type of traumatic event at least once in their lives, which averages to be 223.4 million people. PTSD, also known as post-traumatic stress disorder, is most commonly seen in combat veterans, but actually it occurs in anybody. Some symptoms that point to PTSD are flashback memories, irritability, social isolation, anxiety, insomnia, nightmares, loss of interest in activities, and a depressed mood. PTSD is very unknown, but over the years, doctors have discovered different things to help cope. They also discovered that people who experience PTSD are more likely experience physical abuse, witness violent events, survive torture, and many other things that are similar. I would like to share a story about my husband's friend. They deployed together in Afghanistan in 2010, and their job was infantry, which meant that they were more likely to go out for missions and that they were off the base most of the time. So during this time, there is a high possibility or like a high chance that he did kill the bad guys. Also during this time, one of their brothers got killed by a sniper. He was shot in the forehead. After deployment, the men came back and he ended up getting out of the Army. And during this time, he moved to Utah. My husband actually met up with him 2 years ago, and he told my husband that he was experiencing PTSD, but he didn't want to go to the VA, so he decided to choose drugs to cope with the PTSD. Unfortunately, many individuals choose this option instead of seeking help. The most successful treatments are therapy, learning how to manage anxiety, adapting to prolonged exposure, cognitive reconstruction, and sometimes medication. Cognitive restructuring is reducing negative attitudes about trauma and making the individual realize that it is not their fault. About 80 to 85% of individuals overcome PTSD when treated the proper way. It's important to recognize when someone needs help. And honestly, I didn't know that PTSD could occur in anybody. I honestly just thought it was combat veterans. It's one of those things we are still trying to discover how to fix, how to cope, and how to help people who experience PTSD. I hope I was able to shed some light on a very important topic millions of people suffer with every day. You need to. Thank you, everyone.